The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This book reveals how tiny, consistent actions can create massive, life-changing results. And trust me, what we're about to discuss can transform your health, wealth, relationships, and even your happiness. If you're ready to unlock the secret to lasting success, stick with me till the end. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a video that can change your life. The power of the compound effect. If there's one idea in this book that can completely transform your life, it's this: small, smart choices plus consistency times radical results. Sounds simple, right? And yet most people ignore this principle every single day. We're always looking for shortcuts, hacks, and big breakthroughs. We want overnight success, instant results, and quick fixes. But the truth is, real success is not a one-time event. It's a process. And that process begins with the smallest choices you make, day after day. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a plane taking off from New York, heading towards Los Angeles. Now, if the pilot changes the course by just 2 degrees, just 2 tiny degrees, no one on board would notice anything different right away. But by the time the plane crosses the country, it could land hundreds of miles away from its original destination, maybe in Seattle or even Mexico. That's exactly how your life works. A tiny decision you make today might not look like much. Skipping dessert tonight won't make you slim tomorrow. Reading 10 pages of a book won't make you a genius overnight. But keep doing it, every single day. And before you know it, your entire life has changed direction. Take your health, for example. Skip a candy bar every day, and you'll save about 63,000 calories over a year. That's around 8 kilos of fat gone, without any crazy diets or exhausting workout programs. Or look at your finances. Spend just 30 extra minutes a day on productive work, and you might end up earning 30 to 40% more than your peers over time. But here's the catch. In the beginning, you won't see much change. And this is where most people give up. You start running, but 2 weeks later, you still look the same. You practice guitar every day, but you still can't play your favorite song. You save money for 3 months, and the balance still feels too small. So you stop. But this is the tricky part. The compound effect works silently at first. It feels invisible. And then, suddenly, everything starts to accelerate. Just like compound interest, the growth is slow in the beginning, but then it explodes. Your health starts to improve, your savings start to grow faster, your skills take a leap forward, and people around you wonder how you changed so much so quickly. Think about it. The difference between people who succeed and people who fail is often very small. A tennis player who wins by just 1 extra point takes home double the prize money. The top-selling artist might not be 4 times more talented than the second, but she earns 4 times as much because she kept showing up, kept improving, and let the results compound. This is the heart of the compound effect. It's not about doing one thing brilliantly. It's about doing small things consistently, day after day, even when no one is watching, even when the results are invisible, even when it feels boring. So, the next time you feel like skipping that workout, or blowing money on something useless, or quitting because you're not seeing results fast enough, remember the plane. Your choices are either moving you closer to your dream life or slowly steering you away from it. Choose carefully, stay consistent, and let time do its magic. Take 100% responsibility. If there is just one principle from this book that can completely transform your life, it's this: take 100% responsibility for everything in your life. And yes, I mean 100%. Not 50-50 in your relationships. Not 80-20 when it comes to your work ethic. 100%. This idea can feel uncomfortable at first because it forces us to stop pointing fingers. It's so much easier to say, it's not my fault. My parents didn't raise me right. My boss doesn't appreciate me. The economy is bad. Traffic is terrible. But every time we do that, we give away our power. We put our happiness, success, and future into someone else's hands. Taking 100% responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that has ever gone wrong. It simply means you accept that your life today is a direct result of the choices you made yesterday. And that's good news, because if your choices got you here, your choices can also get you somewhere better. Think about your health. Your current weight, energy levels, and fitness are the result of what you ate, how you moved, and how you took care of yourself over the past months and years. Your bank balance? It reflects how you've handled money, whether you spent impulsively, saved consistently, or invested wisely. Your relationships, they are shaped by how much love, patience, and communication you've put into them. And here's the best part. Once you accept full responsibility, you gain control. You stop waiting for other people to change. You stop hoping for luck, a miracle, or a rescue. You realize that you hold the steering wheel. Darren Hardy says you can't demand love, but you can work on being more lovable. You can't demand success, but you can focus on creating value every single day. You can't control the traffic, but you can control whether you spend that time angry or learning something from an audiobook. One of the most powerful reminders comes from Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the horrors of Nazi concentration camps. He said, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." Think about that. Even in the most unimaginable conditions, a human being still has the power to choose how to respond. If he could choose hope in the darkest possible situation, we can choose responsibility in our everyday lives. So, stop waiting for someone to hand you a better life. Stop waiting for your partner to change first, for the economy to improve, for your boss to notice your effort. Start taking action yourself. If you want a better relationship, be the one to show love first. If you want a raise, bring more value before you ask for more pay. If you want a healthier body, stop blaming your metabolism and start making better food choices today. The moment you take 100% responsibility, you step into your power. You're no longer a victim. You become the creator of your life. And that single shift can change everything. Fire your autopilot. Let's be honest, most of us are living life on autopilot. We wake up, grab our phones, rush through the morning, go to work, scroll through social media, binge watch Netflix, go to bed, and then repeat the same cycle the next day. It's not that we're trying to sabotage ourselves. We're just not consciously steering our lives. And that's exactly the problem. Imagine seeing a man riding a horse at full speed. You shout, "Where are you going?" And he replies, "I don't know. Ask the horse." That's how many of us live. Our habits, routines, and emotions are like that horse, pulling us in a direction we didn't consciously choose. The solution, Darren Hardy says, is simple but powerful. You must fire your autopilot and take control. And how do you do that? One word, tracking. Tracking may sound boring or even a little extreme, but it's one of the most effective tools you can use to take back control of your life. Here's why. What gets measured gets improved. Want to lose weight? Don't just try to eat healthy. Track every bite you put in your mouth. Write it down in a notebook or log it on your phone. The moment you have to write down that burger and fries, you'll think twice before ordering them next time. Want to save more money? Stop relying on your memory and track every single expense. Yes, even the small ones. You'll be surprised how much slips through the cracks when you're not paying attention. When you see it all written down, you suddenly become aware of the patterns, the daily coffee runs, the unnecessary subscriptions, the late-night online shopping. Want to grow your business or career? Track your productive hours, the calls you make, the proposals you send, the clients you follow up with. When you start measuring, you can't hide from yourself. You'll see whether you're truly doing the work or just staying busy. At first, this process feels uncomfortable. Writing down every snack or expense can feel tedious, but that's exactly why it works. It forces you to face reality. It makes you aware of every choice you make. And that awareness is the first step to lasting change. Think of it like turning on the light in a messy room. Suddenly, you can see where everything is, what needs to be cleaned up, and where you need to make changes. You can't improve what you're unwilling to look at. And here's the best part. Over time, tracking builds momentum. It stops being a chore and becomes a habit. You start enjoying the process because you can literally watch yourself getting better. You see your expenses dropping, your savings growing, your waistline shrinking, your productivity climbing. This is how you fire your autopilot. You stop letting unconscious habits control your direction and start steering your life intentionally. So here's a small challenge. Tonight, pick one area of your life that matters most to you: health, money, business, relationships. And just track it for the next 7 days. Write everything down. No judgment, no excuses, just awareness. I promise you, after 1 week, you'll feel more in control than you have in years. Replace willpower with why power. Let's be honest, willpower is weak. We've all tried relying on it, right? You swear you'll never touch junk food again, and for a few days you stay strong. Then stress hits, or you have a bad day, and suddenly you're sitting there with an empty bag of chips, wondering what just happened. That's because willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired, it runs out, and it can't always carry you through. That's why Darren Hardy says you need something stronger, something that doesn't run out when life gets tough. You need why power. Your why is the emotional reason behind your actions. It's the thing that keeps you moving forward when willpower has failed. Your why has to be big enough, deep enough, and personal enough to make you do the hard things, even when you don't feel like it. Let's look at this with a simple example. Imagine someone offers you $20 to walk across a wooden plank lying on the ground. You'd probably do it without hesitation. Now imagine the same plank stretched between two skyscrapers. Would you still walk across for $20? No way. The risk feels too big. But now, imagine your child is standing on the other side of that plank and the building is on fire. Suddenly, you wouldn't think twice. You'd run across that plank without worrying about the danger. What changed? Not the plank. Not your ability to cross it. What changed was your why. This is the power of having a strong reason. It pushes you to do what most people won't. It gives you energy when you feel tired. It keeps you disciplined. Quitting feels easier. So here's your job. Dig deep and find your why. Why do you want to get fit? Is it to feel confident when you look in the mirror? To have the energy to play with your kids after work? To live longer so you can walk your daughter down the aisle one day? Why do you want to earn more money? Is it to buy things? Or is it for something deeper? Freedom from debt, the ability to retire early, to take care of your parents, to give your family experiences they'll never forget. Your why has to light a fire inside you. It has to make you emotional. Because when life gets hard, and it will, only a powerful why will keep you going. Without a strong why, most habits simply don't stick. You might wake up early for a week. You might go to the gym for a month. You might save money for a while. But eventually, you slip back into old habits because there's nothing pulling you forward. So here's a quick exercise. Write down your goals, and then write down why each one matters to you. Then, peel back the layers and go deeper. I want to lose weight is not a strong why. I want to lose weight so I can feel healthy, confident, and play with my kids without getting tired. Now, that's powerful. Your why should be so meaningful that it scares you a little, because that's the one that will get you out of bed on cold mornings, keep you disciplined when temptation strikes, and push you forward when willpower runs out. Guard your influences. Even when you take full responsibility for your life, there's something we cannot ignore. Outside forces still play a huge role in shaping us. Darren Hardy reminds us that there are 3 major influences that can either build your momentum or completely destroy it. And if you don't control them, they will control you. 1. What you feed your mind. Your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you constantly feed it negativity, bad news, social media drama, gossip, fear-based headlines, then that's what will take root. You'll feel anxious, discouraged, and drained. And here's the thing, your brain is wired for survival, not happiness. Left on autopilot, it will focus on everything that's dangerous or threatening, pulls back because that's how our ancestors stayed alive. But in today's world, that survival instinct just floods you with fear and worry. So you have to be intentional about what you feed your mind. Choose to fill it with ideas that inspire and educate you. Read books that challenge you to grow. Listen to podcasts that teach you something new. Watch videos that motivate you instead of ones that waste your time. Start your mornings with gratitude instead of scrolling through depressing news. Even just writing down 3 things you're thankful for every day can shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. 2. Who you spend time with. You've probably heard this before. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a moment. Your attitude, your habits, even your income level, they are all being influenced by the people around you. If your friends complain all the time, you'll start complaining too. If they're lazy and unmotivated, it becomes harder for you to stay disciplined. But if they're driven, positive, and committed to growth, they will naturally pull you up to their level. Now, this doesn't mean you cut everyone out of your life, but it does mean you need to be conscious of who you let influence your thinking. If you can't find those positive influences nearby, create them virtually. Read biographies of great people. Follow mentors online. Learn from thinkers, leaders, and creators who inspire you. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner, called this making friends with the eminent dead. You can actually choose your circle of influence, even if you never meet them in person. 3. Your environment. Finally, your environment matters more than you think. The spaces you spend time in either drain your energy or inspire you to do better. If your home is messy, your desk is cluttered, and unfinished tasks are staring at you, it's like a constant mental weight. Take time to declutter your space. Organize your work area. Surround yourself with things that remind you of your goals. Maybe it's a vision board. Maybe it's a motivational quote on your wall. Even small changes in your environment can make it easier to stay on track. You can also intentionally put yourself in inspiring places. Visit neighborhoods you'd love to live in. Work from a nice cafe where you feel productive. Go to events where people are ambitious and positive. Your surroundings will slowly shift your mindset and fuel your motivation. Here's the bottom line. You cannot expect to live a positive, successful life if you constantly consume negative input, surround yourself with toxic people, and stay in uninspiring environments. Guard your influences fiercely. Because when you control what goes into your mind, who you let into your circle, and what surrounds you daily, you set yourself up to win. So, here's your challenge for today. Write down just one small habit you can change and commit to doing it for the next 30 days. Reading 10 pages a night, saving $5 a day, or making one business call every morning. Watch how your life starts to shift. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your future self will thank you for taking this first step.